What's up, everybody? It's me, James, with another video. It's been a while since the video I made before Christmas because everybody got really sick, and I kind of been, our Christmas was like late, and the flu was really bad this year. So yeah, make sure you wash your hands and take vitamins and stuff. The flu was so bad, I actually put my mom in the hospital. It was wild. She spent the night there. I mean, it was actually worse than COVID, like legit. So, at least the COVID that we got. So anyway, this was the knife I was talking about in the previous video where I knew I was getting a knife for Christmas, and this is it. So this is the Victorinox Huntsman. And since it's been a few weeks since I actually got it, I have already modded it, and I'm going to show you some cool stuff on this thing that I've done. First of all, thanks for watching these videos, and I'm going to have links to stuff that I'm going to talk about in the description below, and a pinned link or a pinned comment below. And also, if might as well go ahead and do it. If you guys haven't got your copy of this, you can get it at Amazon. It's a collector's log and knife book, and we sold a lot of these things right before Christmas. It was awesome, so really appreciate that. All right, just go ahead and get to it. So you, right off the bat, you might notice this, and this is the kind of the neat thing about this knife. I always carry my Cadet, and I kind of asked for one of these for Christmas, kind of as a traveling knife, if you want to call it that. It's like if I were to go out of town or something, and I usually, I don't know, maybe it's paranoia or something, but I usually carry like a backpack in my car that has like emergency type stuff in case like my car were to break down and I don't know where I'm at and I don't have cell service, kind of like a worst case scenario. So I usually keep like a little bit of like food, water, and like a change of clothes, toilet paper. As we all learned during COVID, it's good to have that on hand because you never know when you're going to not have that. And so then I thought it'd be kind of neat to have a knife that's kind of like a travel knife, right? So this thing has all you need, really. I've been carrying it, as you can tell. I've been using it already. That's glue from opening a package. But yeah, so you got your big blade, and then you have your small blade, little smaller blade there, which is really nice. And then you have your can opener. This is like a number 2 Phillips bit, so apparently you can use this on Phillips. And then you have this part, and you can see where I've used this. Flathead, wire stripper, and bottle opener. So that's kind of what the Cadet has. Minus the Cadet also has a nail file. And then this one also has a pair of scissors, which is super nice and actually really useful. And it has a saw, so you can, come on now. Go on. Go on. No. No. All right, so it has a saw, and these saws in the previous slip joint guide videos you've seen where I used to sell Victorinox, these things are really useful and actually work. So that's cool. And this has the awl and a sewing eye here, needle. And it has the, I forget what they call this, but that's it. So then you have the corkscrew here, and that's kind of how it comes from the factory. It comes with a toothpick, and it comes with a pair of tweezers here. So the things that I already did to modify this to make it kind of cooler is I added an ink pen, because it's always handy to have an ink pen. So what I did was I took the scale off, and I basically took a needle file, and I filed a channel here, and now it has an ink pen. You can buy these off of Amazon or eBay. Like I said, I'll provide links if y'all are interested. You can kind of get your stuff down below, including the knife. So yeah, you can see, I mean, it's not perfect. You can actually buy scales on eBay, but they're like $16, and this knife is not that expensive. I think it's like 32 or 35 bucks. So I didn't want to spend like an extra $17 just for new scales, because I wanted them in white. I thought it looked cool, and I could just file this out, which I did with a needle file, and it fits just fine. So it might not be perfect, but hey. So the other thing that's really neat, and I've seen this on YouTube in several Swiss Army knife videos, is this ferro rod, which I think is just absolutely awesome. And that's where this comes in. Also, this here is a fire starter that you can cut in half, and I'll put a video in. All right, let's give this thing a shot. Swiss Army. Here's the Firefly system. So let's go ahead and get this thing out. It says you're supposed to cut this in half. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if I can use the scissors for that. If I can find the scissors, I'm not too familiar. There we go. There we are. All right. Save the other half for another time. And then apparently you undo this and it will be a fire starter. So let's give that a shot. Okay, so like ideally you would put this where you would have like kindling and stuff to actually start a fire. So let's try this. Here's the rod, the ferro rod, and people say to use the wire stripper part right here. Let's give it a shot. Hopefully it works. Wow, that was easy. One strike. Look at that. That's really awesome out of this. It's actually burning quite some time now. There's no wind, and it is cold though. It's cold outside. But it's set up. It's burning. It burned quick. It's actually a really cool thing, you know, like a survival knife. So yeah, this thing is really cool. I probably never really use it unless I was camping. I wanted to rough it. But yeah, this stuff, so this comes in this is made by a company called Tortoise. Like, I think it's called Tortoise Gear. So it comes with 8, and you can get the Firefly, and you can see where I put the toothpick in here, and it comes with 3 of those, which is really convenient. So if you have more than one knife, you can use it, or if you use one up, you have spares. So, and you can get these things off of Amazon, super cheap. They also make one called the Fire Ant, and the Fire Ant fits inside of here completely. So that's really neat and really cool. And so that's pretty much it. It's a cool knife. It's kind of bulky. It's a lot fatter than a Cadet, but it is handier than a Cadet in ways that you probably, I mean, I've used the scissors quite a bit. I think scissors are really, really useful. Now this thing starts to turn into a multi-tool, you know? And then what's this? A Case. So Case changed their packaging, right? And I actually kind of like this. So we're going to take a look at that. But yeah, Swiss Army knives. This is the Victorinox Huntsman. And they have them in red and a few other colors. You can get them with plus scales that already have the pen and stuff on there. But I just think it's a really useful knife. And I've always been a big fan of these guys. So ever since I started carrying a Cadet. So this is kind of a nice little camp knife. Absolutely awesome camp knife. So especially when you combine it with these. They have, like I said, different kinds. They have like a larger pack. They have, I think, smaller versions of these. They have the one that fits entirely in here called the Fire Ant. And but I just thought this one's like easier, and you get more of this what they call tinder, and you only need half of it to really start a little fire. So this is the first case I've seen in a while now. This case right here, made in the USA, blah blah blah, tested. I like their new packaging. I think the other one was a bit dated, so it's nice to see that they went to this very retro but kind of nice and modern. I kind of like it, so that's good. Let's open it up. All right, what else do they put in here? Collector's Club, okay. Put that here. So this is a toothpick. And the bone, I believe, is, they call it Bermuda? No, it's just emerald green bone. But it's extremely nice. This one's really good. The fit and finish on it is excellent. No gaps in the back. Just the way you would expect it, the way they used to come. Very smooth, very nice. You can see scratches here on camera, but they're not as apparent when they're not under this bright LED light. No half stop. Nice little snap. Blade is pretty sharp, and it's actually not bad. Not as bad as we've seen them before in the past. It's a little rough, but it's not bad at all. It's got a decent point, not GEC, but decent enough. Brass liners. Oh yeah, it's practically, no, it's a little proud, but that's all right. Nice little knife. How's the centering on it? Let's see. It's a little bit to the right. Now, I think that is, in my opinion, okay, and I want to tell you why. If it's slightly to the right of center, because if you were to push on it to open it, you're going to bend something this small to the center. Otherwise, you could start scratching it up on this side from pushing it too far. So I don't mind it when it's a little off center on the nail nick side. Not bad knife though, and that bone is gorgeous. That green is great. The green is looking good. So yeah, that's about it. Did you guys get any knives for Christmas? Write down below in the description if you guys got anything cool. What do you guys think of this? I know there's all kinds of really neat mods people can do to these things. I've seen them where they put fishing line around the scales somehow, and they put hooks under the knives. There's all kinds of amazing stuff you could do with a Swiss Army knife, especially this one. Hell, I've seen them this thick, like 5-inch thick. They got every tool. At that point, it's practically a Leatherman. But yeah, it's really neat. So anyway, guys, that's it. Not going to be too long. Like I said, last few weeks were kind of rough, and everything's kind of straightening out now. And nothing really much going on. You know, as usually it goes with the end of the year. And going into a new year, it's a lot of stuff at the end, and then it kind of mellows out. The cat's meowing. She probably wants attention, so I need to go. She's jumping on the chair I'm in. All right, everybody, it's time to go. So I will see you next time. And if you like the video, subscribe. Yeah, if you want, check one of these out on Amazon. Get you one. They're not expensive. And same thing with these. All right, have a good one.